Begin with one poem today. So feel free to join in or just receive. Exhale and inhale to Om. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Release the hands. At the top of the mat, sweep the arms up overhead. Reach up, look up. Exhale, slow motion fold. Bend the knees deeply here. Now first forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to plant your hands, let the head hang, and we're just gonna roll back up. So take your time, coiling or uncoiling the spine, shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, down the back, lift the gaze. Take that. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at your fingertips, stretch. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. At the bottom, empty out the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders press away from the ears, tailbone presses back. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, let the head hang heavy. Tuck the tailbone and roll up to stand. And take one more of those. Just sweep the arms right back up on the inhale this time. Exhale, take it down. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold all the way, looking back at your knees. Head becomes so lightweight. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, fold again, plant your hands, lower your knees to the mat, and take a little side to side cat and cow. So I know like you're catching your tail. So press the right hip out, look over your right shoulder. You'll feel a stretch in the left side. And then just switch sides. So kind of curving the body in towards the left, pressing the left hip out, looking over your left shoulder. And just continue with that, moving with your breath, staying for an inhale and exhale on one side. And gently curving to the other side. Being gentle, not going too far. Coming back to neutral, shift the hips back over your heels, child's pose, forehead to the mat. Take 3 deep breaths here. You can exhale through open mouth if that feels good. Begin to tuck the tail and inhale, roll the spine up to sit. Sitting back on the heels, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale to tabletop. Take a round of cat and cow. Maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. And then coming to neutral spine, extend that right leg out next to you. Plant the right foot. Exhale, shift the weight back. Inhale forward, stretching out the inner leg. Exhaling, shifting back. Inhaling forward. And even though only one foot is planted here, continue to breathe deep into the earth through that foot and through the lowered left leg. Anywhere your hands, feet, legs, back touch the ground, take in that grounding practice of breathing through your extremities that meet the earth. Coming back to neutral spine, extend that right leg back, bend the knee, tuck the heel in, arch the back, kind of finding cow pose. Exhale, tuck it in. Knee to nose, curling the back like cat. Lower the right knee, other side. Extend the left leg long next to you, flat foot. Shift the weight back on the exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale back, and just continue this slow, gentle pulsing. Being mindful of how the body feels, how the leg feels. Working within that range of motion that your body's cueing you into this morning. Keep tuning in with your breath. And take a couple more. And coming back to neutral spine. Bring that leg back behind you straight. Tuck the heel in as you bend the knee. Arch the back, tilt the head back, finding cow. Exhale, curl it in knee to nose, finding cat. And lower that knee down. Tuck the toes, lift back and up to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, lowering one heel and bending the opposite knee. Making sure your fingertips are spread wide and you're pressing your chest towards your thighs. Press the hands and feet into the mat and scrub in towards each other like you're trying to make a little bump in the mat between your hands and feet. Powering up. Exhale it out. Look between the hands, step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, bend your knees. Send the right foot back for standing splits, letting the head hang heavy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step that right foot back. Inhale, halfway lift. Other side. Exhale, fold, bend your knees as much as you need to plant your hands, and then send that left foot up and back, bouncing on the right. Look back at your right knee. And just gentle lift of the left leg. Keep the hips level here. Exhale, drop that left foot next to the right. Inhale, roll up to stand. Arms come up overhead at the top. Bring the palms together. Exhale, mountain pose with the hands in Anjali Mudra. And breathe. Lengthen through the spine. Soften through the face. Exhale, release the palms. And we'll take another round of sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, stepping back to plank. Hold for the exhale. Spin the elbows back, inner elbows forward, lifting through the core. One more inhale. On your exhale, slowly lower either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're ready. Up dog or cobra on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Straight back, come all the way up to stand. Arms up overhead. Breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, lift the right leg for standing splits. Exhale, step that right leg back, lower the right knee, Anjaneyasana or low crest toes. Step the left foot back, find plank, lower through, cobra or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Look between your hands, step or hop to the top of the mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold, other side, plant your hands, lift the left leg, standing splits. Lengthen on the inhale, gently step that left leg back on the exhale, lower the left knee, Anjaneyasana, arms up. Hug the right hip in, left hip forward. Exhale, plant the hands, tuck the back toes. Step back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms rise. Hugging the belly button in, relaxing the shoulders. Weight in the heels. Open the heart. Breathe. Exhale to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And we're going to take it right back down. Fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Plant the hands. Step back, plank. Hold here. And then when you're ready, shift forward, lower down, all the way to your belly for cobra pose. Inhale, lift the heart, tops of the feet, press into the mat. Stay for the exhale. On your inhale, breathe through those hands. Press the hands into the mat to lift up a little bit higher into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Forehead to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the knees off the mat, press the hands in the mat, lifting up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, reach up and open. Hugging all that energy in towards your center line. Press down through the feet. Reach out through the arms. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Lift up and back. Left hand comes down the left leg. Breathing here. Inhale, lift up through that armpit. Keep reaching that right hand back. Exhale, side angle lunge. Right elbow to right knee. Left arm comes up overhead. Spin the heart to face the ceiling. Breathe out. Inhale back to warrior two. Facing the front of the mat, reach forward, half moon. Drop that right hand in front of the right foot. Lifting up on that back left leg. Open the heart towards the left side of the room. Maybe your gaze follows, turning towards the left fingertips. Press out through a flat left foot. One more breath in here. Exhale, lower that left foot back down, warrior two, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Rinse it out, lowering it down. Step back, lower through. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Find the center of your awareness. Get back in rhythm with your breath. Breathe in to clear the mind. Exhale, open mouth. Step forward with your left foot, warrior two. Spin the back right heel down. Cartwheel the arms up and open. Run through the collarbones, lifting up out of the pelvis and hug the ribs in. Strong in the core, squeezing the legs together, gather that energy up. Reach out, relax the shoulders. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Staying here, finding space in both side bodies. Keep pulling that left shoulder back. Gaze up at the left palm. Strong in the feet. Inhale here, find a little bit more space in the lungs. Exhale, side angle lunge, left elbow to left knee. Reach the right arm up overhead. Spin the heart forward. Look up at your elbow. Keep the shoulders down the back and the heart shining bright forward. 2 more breaths here. Firm in the feet, ground down, breathe through the feet. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, half moon. Left hand plants in front of the left foot. Stepping onto balance of the left foot, reaching that right foot back, flat foot, right arm up. Maybe your gaze follows up the right hand. Finding your balance. Pressing out through those leg channels. On an exhale, step that right foot back, find your warrior two, settle in. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Rinse it out, step back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Make them exaggerated as you'd like. Flushing out any stuck energy. Disappearing. Disconnecting thoughts. And look between your hands, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair. Sink the hips back. Press the heels down. Spin the pinkies in and forward, or in and back. So the palms are facing up. Inhale to stand. Good. Take a breath. And take a rest. Bring your hands to your hips. Heel toe your feet about hips width distance apart. And fold on the exhale. Take your big toe with your peace fingers, first 2 fingers. Flare the elbows. Inhale, halfway lift here, lengthening through the spine, looking past the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Drop the head and the neck. Lifting up through the sitting bones, lengthening through the backs of the legs, keeping the feet grounded. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release the toes. Bring your hands to your hips, coming up straight. Shift the weight to the left foot. We're going to take tree pose, lifting that right foot up. Bring the right foot to the inside of the leg. Squeezing the leg and the foot together, being mindful of your knee. If you're keeping your foot on your knee, make sure you're squeezing everything together and you're not dumping into it. If you're having a hard time with that balance, then just bring the foot above or below the knee to keep that knee joint nice and safe. And hands can be placed wherever you prefer. Deep breath in, slow exhale out. Finding tree pose. Then inhale the right knee to center, extend the right leg long. Breathe here. Begin to bend the knee, hug it in towards the chest. Squeezing that right knee and pressing that left foot down into the mat. Good breathing here. Release the hands. Begin to shift forward, finding warrior three, extending that right leg back behind you, creating a T shape with the body. Keep the hips level, so drop that right foot or that right hip a little bit. Arms can reach back. Exhale, plant that right foot next to the left. You'll be kind of like an airplane arms, halfway lift. Inhale to stand, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And we'll take that series again. Take your two peace fingers and grab your big toes. Make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart. Flare the elbows. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Melt the shoulders down the back. Lifting up through the sit bones and laying the head heavy here. Belly on the thighs. Straight low back. Breath steady and full. Final exhale out. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the toes, bring your hands to your hips, coming all the way up. Taking tree pose on the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot. Draw that left knee, or bend that left knee, draw the right foot up onto the leg, however high you can get without helping yourself out. Maybe taking a different arm variation this time for your tree pose. Focus on pressing down through the foot, drawing that energy up through the body. Standing tall and proud. Despite the wavering of your balance, like a tree in the wind, deeply connected to our roots. Allowing the breezes to come and go. Maintaining balance or getting back up if we fall. On an inhale, bring the left knee forward, extend the left leg long. Release the hands to mountain pose if you're not there already. So the palms facing forward. Then begin to bend into that knee, hug that left knee in, then wrap the arms with the hands around that knee, hug that knee in. Find like wind removing pose, but standing firm in that right leg. And then as you're ready, release that knee, send that left knee back, finding warrior three. Reach that left foot back, arms reach back, gaze down, finding the T shape. One more breath in here. Keep the upper body as it is. Just drop that left foot to meet the right. So we're in a halfway lift. Inhale to stand, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower to your knees, take a round of cat and cow. And then lower your chest between your hands, lower the chin. Inhale, pull through to cobra, relax the shoulders down the back, open the heart. Exhale, back to child's pose, 3 breaths here, forehead to the mat. Open mouth, exhale. you need a few extra breaths here, feel free to take that time. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Full breath out, looking back at your feet. Shift the weight to the left foot, extend the right leg. Exhale, plant that right foot between the hands, finding high lunge. Spin that back heel down, warrior two. Coming up, ground down. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And exhale to side angle lunge. Right elbow to right knee, left arm comes up overhead. And this time, drop your right hand to the inside of the foot or a block. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then maybe begin to work into a bind by wrapping that right arm underneath, bending at the left elbow and reaching your hands for each other. You can also use a strap or a towel here. And maybe you were not quite there this morning, and that's okay. Just keep the arms lengthened, or you can practice reaching for your fingertips as long as you do so with curiosity and compassion for yourself. Yoga is not about achieving a perfect asana. As long as you can breathe, you're practicing. Finding that bind. If you've got it, take another deep breath in and out here. Release the bind, bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot and walking the hands to a wide-legged forward fold. Spin both feet to face the edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Let the head hang heavy. Lift up to the tailbone. Slight bend in your knees if you tend to lock out your legs. Full breath in and out. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. And step the right foot back to plank. Lower through your chaturanga or cobra. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, plant that left foot between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Warrior two. Settle in. Lift up, hug in. Keep rounding down. Reach forward with the front palm. Reverse warrior. And take your exhale right to side angle lunge. Left elbow to left knee. Right arm up overhead. Spinning the heart forward, pressing the feet into the mat. And then lower that left hand to the inside of the foot or to a block. Finding your strap or towel if you need. Begin to work into the bind by lowering your left shoulder, wrapping that left arm underneath. Bend the right elbow and reach for your fingertips. Got the bind, you're incredibly curled in the spine. Loosen up a little bit. Try to find some length and straightness in the spine. Straightness is now a word. Breathe here. Keep working for it without attachment to the result. Keep hugging the inner foots down into the mat. Steady gaze, steady breath. On your next exhale, gently releasing both hands to the inside of the left foot, and then walk the hands over the side of the mat for a wide-legged fold. Turn your toes to face the edge of the mat, halfway lift on the inhale. Shift the weight forward to the balls of the foot, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, bringing the belly between the thighs. Look down and back between the legs. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe. Settle in. Find some strength as well as that flexibility in the back of the legs. Find where you can firm up in the feet so the legs feel safe to release through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Letting those stretch out. Inhale, half lift, coming up to tenting the fingertips, and then walk the hands back towards the top of the mat. Step the left foot back, lower through chaturanga or stretch chin. Inhale, the cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Exhale out through the mouth. Look between your hands and step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to chair, knees bend, arms rise, drop the hips, and slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale to stand with the eyes. Find a strong stance. Maybe bringing the palms to heart center. Take a few moments to feel like what it's like to be in your body in this moment. Are you out of breath? Or are you craving more motion? Maybe both. Have you been able to stay focused in on the breath, or maybe a mantra or intention? Or are you just going through the motions? Either way, take a cleansing breath in. Accepting where you're at. Exhale, open mouth to release. Release the hands to your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a big stretch. Press the feet down. Lift the heart up. Maybe reaching the arms back for a little back bend. Maybe with some cactus arms, lowering the elbows. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, fold. Begin to bend into the knees, kind of finding a halfway lift, so straight back. Sweep the arms back, kind of like diver's pose, reaching the heart forward, gaze straight down. And then inhale to chair. Exhale, lowering to boat. So shift the hips back, slowly lowering to your tailbone, coming down however you need, lifting the legs, palms up. Hug the knees in, hug the belly towards the thighs, relax the shoulders, lift up out of the low back. One more breath in here. Cross the ankles. Exhale, come to a seat. And cross your legs however you need, or if you'd like to take bound angle pose, so soles of the feet together, you can. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take a fold. Hands come down, forehead comes down. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the shoulders back into their socket, pull the heart forward, look up. Exhale, keeping that straight back and the shoulders where they are. Lower down, maybe lowering the forearms, lowering the head and the neck. And breathe. Inhale, coming back up. Switch the crossing of the legs. We'll take that forward fold on the other side, even out the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging the hips, belly over the feet, lower the hands, lower the gaze. Tent the fingertips, come up halfway, shrug the shoulders down into their socket. Arms come down the back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, lower the forearms, finding your forward fold. Finding your breath. Coming back to your focus. Inhale, press into the palms, lift the arms, walk the hands back. Extend the legs long out in front of you, finding another forward fold. If you'd like, you can roll the mat up or sit up on a block or a blanket. Make this a little bit easier if you've got really tight hips today. Otherwise, spinning the inner legs down and in, squeezing, hugging the legs together. Sitting up straight with the spine, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, reach towards the ankles. Let the hands land where they are and then hug those shoulders back in together. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Maybe not coming down too far. Again, balancing that effort with the ease. As we come into a new season of fall, I'll be giving you and myself a lot of gentle reminders that it's the season of grounding down and coming back to our bodies, coming back to the earth. So maybe being a little bit lighter in our expectations of ourselves, not just on the mat, but off the mat. Still having that effort and that commitment to our practices, but with a little bit more gentleness and allowing ourselves to take a little bit more calming approach, cooling down from summer. Last exhale here. Inhale, come up to sit. Bending into that right knee, grab the right toe with your two peace fingers of your right hand. And lifting that right foot up. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it back. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it back. And we're going to take that foot with the left hand and reach that right arm back, taking a little twist. Inhale, come back to center. Grab the big toe with the right hand. Prop yourself up. Lengthen that leg. Open it towards the right. Bring it back forward. And then begin to lift it up. Hugging that knee and trying to keep the back straight. Pulling that knee back as far as you can. Once you're there, grabbing the foot, maybe hugging that shoulder underneath the knee. This is about as far as I can go. It only gets over the crook of my elbow. So stay wherever you're at. Maybe propping yourself up with that left arm behind. Just hanging out here for a breath. And to release, take the left hand to the right foot. Unhinge the arm. Keeping the knee hugged in. Release the foot and lower down. Let's take a forward fold before going to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, up forward a little bit more. Inhale to sit up straight. Take a reverse plank or reverse tabletop, or you can just stay here and breathe. When you're ready, lifting up. Exhale, lower. And we'll take the other side. Bend the left knee. Take your two peace fingers of the left hand. Hug them around your left toe. Lift that left heel and pull it in. Extend on the inhale. Exhale, pull that left heel in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Last time, inhale to extend. Exhale, pull it in. Sit here for a moment. And then we're going to take that right foot or that right hand around the left foot and cartwheel that left hand behind us, taking a gentle twist. Pulling the left knee to the right side of the body and looking over your back left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Take the foot with the left hand again, peace fingers around the big toe. Prop yourself up with that right hand. Extend the leg long and open it towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, pull it in. Hug that heel in as close as you can, and then help yourself up with that right hand. Try to wiggle that left shoulder underneath the left knee. I'm going to hang out here for a minute. Just breathing, playing around. And then releasing. Release both hands, but keep the foot lifted. Exhale, extend the leg down. Forward fold. Sit up straight. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, belly to thighs, forward fold. Exhale, release a little more. Inhale to sit up. We'll take one more reverse plank or reverse tabletop, or just open-hearted breathing here. When you're ready, press down to inhale, lift it up. Hold for another breath. Gently lower on the exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle pose, hugging the heels in as much as you'd like. Relax shoulders down the back, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Gazing straight down in front of your feet. Inhale to lift. Take your hands to either side of your knees. Close the knees together like a book. And lower the hands back behind you. Windshield wiper the knees left and right. And coming back up onto your sitting bones, we'll take one more boat pose, this time from the ground up. So sitting up straight, and to tilt back a little bit, lift the feet. Arms come up, or you can hold behind the knees. Relax the shoulders. Continue to sit up out of the low back. Continue to reach up with the feet, maybe lengthening through the legs, maybe not. Again, keep the integrity of the back. Hug that core in. Cross the ankles, bring them underneath you, plant the hands and step back to chaturanga or to knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hands for lizard pose. And your choice here, whether you'd like to lower the knee or keep it lifted. Pull that right hip back and the left hip forward, coming up onto the fingertips to gain some length in the spine. Take a few breaths here. And then if you'd like, you can begin to melt down into the posture a little bit more. Spend a few breaths. Begin releasing, open the hips. So you can maybe allow that right knee to open. Maybe lower onto the forearms or to a block. Relax the head and the neck. Focusing the breath from the right hip. Using your breath to release any tension in other parts of the body that you're unconsciously holding on to. Let yourself drop into the pose. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. And when you're ready to come up, just plant your hands, walk them back in line with the foot. Hug that right knee in towards the right elbow. And tuck the toes and lift up off the back knee if you haven't done so already. And step that right foot back to one-legged downward dog. Reach that right foot up. Tuck the heel in, open the knee, finding hip opener. Maybe taking a wild thing if you'd like. And when you feel good, exhale that right foot back down. Inhale, sweep the left heel up and back. And then exhale, plant that left foot to the outside of the left hand for lizard on the other side. So we're gonna square the hips to the top of the mat to start. So pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Lower your knee if you did so on the other side. Shrug the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, coming up to the fingertips. Lengthen through the spine. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. And then exhale, release, lowering maybe to your forearms or a block. Maybe just walking your hands forward a little bit. Being gentle. Remembering one side of the body is going to be a little bit different, a little bit tighter than the other. You can gently allow that left knee to splay open if that feels good. Find your lizard posture. Drop the head and the neck, and then breathe. Exhale, release tension. Inhale some new life to that left hip, gently coaxing it to open. And release. 3 more breaths here. On an inhale, gently lift the gaze. Bring the hands to the mat, walk them in. Hug the left knee in towards the knee or towards the elbow. Tuck the back toes, send that left foot back, one-legged downward dog. So left foot is up in the air. Press that heel back. Press the hand into the mat, bend the heel, pulling or bend the knee, pulling the heel in towards the glute, opening that left knee up, maybe taking wild thing if you'd like. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. And then walking the hands to meet the feet at the back of the mat. Heel toe the feet apart, finding Malasana yogi squat or garland pose, dropping the hips down between the heels, bringing the palms together at heart center. Maybe a little rocking left and right here. Breath out. If you're feeling a crow pose today, here is your perfect setup. Totally optional. Coming back to Malasana when you're ready. Plant the hands down, slowly lifting through the hips to straighten the legs. Taking a little mini wide-legged forward fold. Shift the weight forward to the balls of the feet. Fold between the legs. Walk the hands overhead. And find a stretch in the back. Breathe into the back of the heart space between the shoulder blades. And then exhale. Allow the hands to fall between the legs, between the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, tent the fingertips up, heel toe the feet together, and then walk the hands out and lower onto your belly. Untuck the toes, bring the hands back next to your hips, and take one locust pose. So tops of the feet press into the mats. Arms reach back, inhale, lift the chest. If you'd like, you can clasp your fingertips together down your low back and open the heart a little bit more by pulling the fist down the spine. Slight tuck of the pelvis. Keep the feet engaged. Big toes touch. Long through the neck, so look slightly down. 2 more breaths here, if you can. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Release the hands, lower the forehead to the mat. Let it out. Bring the hands next to the heart on either side or next to your shoulders. Then press it up and back to child's pose. Settle in here. Allowing the breath to restore to its natural rhythm. Maybe widen the knees to wide-legged child's pose if that would feel good for you. Another few breaths here. Let everything fall out of the crown of the head, spilling onto the mat. Take a deep cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Press the hands into the mat, begin to sit up. And shift the hips to one side. Extend the legs long out in front of you. And then bring the sole of the left foot into the right thigh for our seated head to knee pose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Turn towards that right leg and exhale, reaching for the foot. Lower the torso over the right leg. Gaze down at your knee. 3 slow breaths here. On the inhale, gently come up and find deer pose. So bending that right knee, draw that right heel back next to your hip and bring the left shin parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over that left leg and then walk your hands to either side, finding the kind of stretch that feels good today. So maybe over to the left, maybe closer to center. Spending a few breaths playing around to where you find the most sensation. For me, it's a little bit more to the right. And relax the jaw, relax the head, and breathe. Don't let your thoughts clutter the mind, the calm that you've brought into the body through movement. Stay present. Take a final round of breath here in deer pose. And press the hands in the mat. Begin to slowly sit up. And we're just going to windshield wiper the legs to the other side. So just pivot. And then shift back so that the right leg is now parallel to the top of the mat. We're going to extend that left leg long and bring the sole of the right foot into the left leg for our seated head to knee pose. Straighten through the spine, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, turn towards that left leg and release, folding over that left leg, reaching for the foot, but grabbing wherever works for your body today. No judgments. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. 3 breaths here. Inhaling to come up. Bending that left knee, drawing that circle with that left heel back behind you, wherever feels appropriate. And straighten through that right shin to be parallel to the top of the mat. Preparing for deer pose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over that right leg. And then walk the hands to the left or the right. Taking a few rounds of breath to find where you want to breathe into that spot of tension. Sweet spot. And then when you're there, begin to release, let the head hang heavy. Breathing into the tension and exhaling little bits of softness and ease. Take a final round of breath here. Pressing into the hands, lifting yourself back up. Sitting up straight. And pivoting, making windshield wipers to pivot back to face the top of the mat. Lower onto your back. Keeping the knees bent. And hugging the knees in, wrap the forearms around the knees. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a rock left and right. And happy baby, reach between the knees, grab the toes of the ankles. And finding any variation of happy baby that will feel good to close out the physical practice today. As well as any other final postures that you'd like to take. Just begin to relax it down, closing with ease. Eventually lowering your legs to the mat. Walking the feet to the edges of the mat, the arms over the edges. Take up some space. Breathing through the back body into the earth, feeling it support you. Breathing in through the lungs, feeling the chest lift and the belly expand in space above you. And then completely releasing awareness on the exhale. Allow yourself a few moments of peace. Shavasana. Gently call your awareness back to the breath, deepening into your breath in, taking a breath out through the mouth. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and the ankles, draw the legs in towards each other, Point the toes and reach the arms overhead, taking a stretch. And walk the feet in, bending at the knees. Hug the knees in towards you, and lifting the chest up. Wrap the forearms around the shins and hug in so your forehead meets your knees, curling into a little ball. Begin to rock up and down the spine until you can roll or just press yourself up to a seat at the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, release the shoulders down the back. Inhale, look up, reach the arms up. We'll take a gentle twist towards the right. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist, look over your back shoulder. And just a few breaths here. Final exhale. Inhale to release, coming back to center. Switch the crossing of your legs if you took a cross-legged seat. So the sitting bones down, lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand props you up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gaze over your back shoulder. Twist. Still breathing deeply and slowly here. Inhale to come back to center. Bring the palms together at heart center. Tuck the chin. Sitting up straight, we'll close out with one Om. Feel free to join or receive. Take an exhale. And inhale to Om. Om. On your exhale, release the palms. Lower the gaze. Spend a final moment here, or as many as you need. Thank you once again for joining me. I'll see you next time on the virtual mat.